This podcast is sponsored by Scout and Cellar. Clean crafted wine delivered to your door. Must be 21 years of age or older and only delivered in the U.S. Hello and welcome to Life Coaching Comedians live session. And I have a wonderful client coming to join me for his second time, Mr. Lamar Mitchell, Jr., sex addicted comedian. Hi, Lamar. How are you doing this lovely Sunday morning?
I'm good. I can't complain. I can't complain at all.
How was your Saturday evening? Was it filled with sex, or did you rebuke the devil in you?
It was filled by the aftermath of sex. I had my kids yesterday, so you know.
I completely understand. Sometimes sometimes the consequences, you don't care, you do it anyway. So how's it going in that department? Have you been lustful? Have you been more not on edge as much anymore? Is the angry sex still happening? What's going on in Lamar's life?
I'm cooling right now. I think that I'm pretty good in that department right now. I'm seeing a young lady. I wouldn't.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I'm seeing a young lady, and she's making sure I'm good in that area.
Oh, okay, good. So for, the white people in the audience, what exactly does cooling mean when you say you're cooling right now?
Cooling means that I'm just relaxing, chilling. It's basically chilling, you know what I mean? But I just say cooling instead of chilling. You know what I mean? I don't like to sound like everybody else.
Less humping, well, not really, because you're saying the young lady, but less humping around town and more humping in one place.
Yeah, I would say that. That makes sense.
Okay, great. So I'm really happy to hear that you're seeing someone, because the last time that you did a session with me, we actually were working on manifesting a young woman into your life. And do you remember that list that we made, Lamar?
I remember that list. I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you feel that this young lady checks off those things on that list?
She probably does. But I created a whole another extra extended. Jesus. I think it's just me. I have commitment issues, so it's always gonna be something with me. I
So
think
you
personally.
you added more things to the list is what you're saying.
Yeah, because that was
Okay.
me then. My wants and needs and things changed a little bit over what I mean, course of the year. So,
Yeah, and that's good. You should add to the list. Now, did you start adding to the list after you met the young lady, or was this before?
I added after, you know what I mean, because you want to find ways to say, how would it be? I need this and this need met, that need met. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's random. It's random. I wake up every day with a new thought process. You know what I mean? I wake up renewed. So whatever I was
Mm,
thinking yesterday, let's throw that out the door.
mm,
Let's
mm,
talk about
mm,
today.
Yes. So, what did you wake up today? Like, obviously, it's Sunday. It's Sabbath. It's the Lord's Day. It's a self-care day. It's a day where we slow down or cool, and so to speak.
Exactly.
Um, so, when you woke up renewed this morning, Lamar, what was that new thing that you felt you needed today?
Today I just felt good about myself and just, hanging out with my kids and just, I didn't even think about anything beyond that. I found the diamond necklace on the counter. It's not
Um,
mine.
mm.
You know what I mean? So
Oh,
I'm just waking up
I
feeling
hope
good.
you're
I feel
not.
like,
I hope you're not
yeah.
taking things that don't belong to you, Lamar. That's against the law.
Oh, I mean, it belongs to somebody in the house. I'm sure they'll say that's not your damn chain at some point. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, okay.
So, but it goes with my black billionaire shirt.
Oh,
A
okay.
nice diamond necklace and with a black
Mm,
billionaire shirt. So I'm
mm,
looking rich. I'm feeling rich. I
yeah.
feel high maintenance. I feel like
Mhm.
somebody needs to take me out to lunch or dinner or, wine and dine me. I feel like $1 million or $1 billion.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Have you ever heard that one rap song? I think it was by UGK where he says, "$1 million Mac needs $1 billion bitch." I love that song.
What? Exactly. I'm
Mhm.
underground king.
Yeah. Wonderful. So, what are your intentions with this young lady? You said that you're having commitment issues. Should we talk about that today? Where are those commitment issues coming from? How's your relationship with your mother?
Oh, I'm very committed to my mother. She's my
Mm.
number one fan.
She is
She's
such
my
a
number
lovely
one.
lady. I have had the pleasure of meeting her.
Yeah, she's a good woman. I have all good women in my life. My daughter, my mom. I think that's it. My commitment issues streams from the fact that I don't want to be held down. I want independence.
Mm. Mm.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I don't want the whole traditional, hey, check in, all of that stuff. I'm not into all of that.
You're not a
I'm a
codependent.
grown ass man.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
Mhm. Mhm.
I woke up.
Um,
I woke up this morning by myself, and I'm probably gonna die at some point by myself.
mm. Aren't those facts?
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
have you explored, I mean, what's the best, I'm the same way. And, sometimes I struggle. Maybe you can life coach me today. I don't know. But I'm a very independent woman as well. I'm not very codependent in relationships. Um, I had been codependent in the past with worrying about what everybody thinks about me. And then I turned 30 and I just IDGAF. But
Yep.
you want your independence. You don't want to feel like you always have to check in with somebody because when you're on your own time, you're on your own time. And I found that's, a lot of people that are like us start exploring things like polyamory and open relationships. And is that something that you've tried or have been exploring with this new young lady in your life?
No, no. I'm selfish too, so that might not
Mm,
work. So you know what I mean. You ain't going messing around, and then no, I can't wrap my mind around that. But no, no, who knows? Who knows? I mean, it's all these new terminologies, new different ways to date, and be in a relationship with somebody. I just can't keep up. I can't keep up.
mm.
I'm a,
Yeah, I
I just go
know.
with the flow.
Yeah. It's like every day you
Mm,
got to wake up and choose that person again, but also choose ourselves first. It's a very interesting
yeah.
balance. And I feel like you have to be with someone that is like you to have that balance work. So, what I'm saying, Lamar, is I feel like you and I are a lot alike, and maybe you and I should give it a go. I'm sorry, that was completely unprofessional. But what do you think?
She said, "But what do you think?" You know what? That sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah, I mean, so whenever you're ready, you just let me know. You have my number. And, I could totally refer you to a new life coach, so it's not weird or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You know. Well,
So, what?
we'll have 11 months until our next session. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen in 2021? Maybe there'll be some other kind of pandemic and they'll have a new name. You never know, right? You never know.
yeah. Right.
Well, okay. So the commitment issues comes from not wanting to like check in, and I totally get that. Like having to constantly think, okay, if I do this, how is it going to affect this other person? And there are times when you're just thinking about what's best for yourself, and it has nothing to do with that other person. And sometimes that other person can take things personal that weren't meant to be personal. So I totally get that when it
Uh,
comes to commitment. But what else is it in you, Lamar, that makes you have a commitment issue?
I think that I committed before in the past, and things didn't work out good. It's just a big old waste of time. So I'm very, very particular with my time, who I spend it with, and I think I should be able to choose who that is. You know what I mean? And when that is, and vice versa. And you should be the same way. I think that other person should also, really, really value their time. And if they want to incorporate me into it all the time, then that's probably not going to work.
Mm,
You
mm, mm-hmm.
know?
I
Because you
like
got
that.
to, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Mm-hmm.
not saying that she's like that or anything like that, but I'm just saying in general, you know, I think that
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
should,
I understand. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Would you say that would you say that you are good with holding commitments to yourself?
For the most part, and that's the thing about it. If at times I fail my own self on the commitments, then don't be upset if I fail you. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do you feel like you have you said most times you're committed to yourself. What about those lesser times? What's happening there? What kind of commitments are those that you're failing?
I wouldn't say that I'm failing, and it's just situational. You know what I mean? Like if I might commit to something, and then I end up smoking a blunt, and then now I don't feel like doing it. You know what I mean? So those are the commitments that I failed to follow through on.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yeah. Um, I have found that when the Mary Jane comes into play, it's best to indulge in that when you're planning on being creative instead of planning on showing up somewhere, because you usually don't show up, you lose track of time, time slows down, time speeds up. Next thing you know, it's next year. So you might as well just, do that stuff like when you're gonna write some comedy or something like that. I found that's how to be most productive with Mary Jane.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've been smoking it all my life. I just think that it helps me to gauge the importance of things. See, when I'm not high,
Oh,
I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that sounds great. Let's do it. And then I smoke it, like, it's not all that too much. You know what I mean? So it helps me to decipher whether or not it's worth going.
I understand. I just want to back up for a second and clarify. You said you've been smoking all your life. So was your mother high during her pregnancy, or did you come out of the womb holding a blunt?
It's possible she was high when she had me. The way that I act, I know that she was under the influence when she gave birth to me. It has to be the case. I would say I started smoking at about 14 years old. I'm
Mm.
40 years old now. I take
Black
medicine
don't
for
crack.
don't crack unless you smoking crack.
No, I said black don't crack because you are looking mighty fine, young man.
Oh, thank you. You are
You're welcome.
yourself, young lady.
Oh, thank you.
I like the blonde look. Looks good, really, really. I
Oh,
miss it
thank you.
sometimes.
Yeah, I lightened it up a little bit, and I think it's really working for me because I was at this bachelorette party last night at Maple and Ash. It was very bougie, and
Yeah.
the waiter definitely caught my attention and gave me some. I don't know. We'll see where that goes. He hasn't called yet.
Yeah.
So, back to the commitment issues. Um, the weed gets in the way. And so are you smoking every day? I mean,
Yeah, you know what? Last week I actually stopped for a few days
mm,
because I smoked too much. Like literally, I had to clear out a little bit. So I've slowed down over the past week.
mhm.
Um, but yeah, I had to slow down. I literally was smoked from the time that I woke up to the time I went to sleep. So I was pretty much high all day long. You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
hard to work. It's hard to do 8 hours of work um, and stay on task and then do all the stuff that you need to do in that day. You know what I mean? And then expect not to get fired at the end of the day. So, I had to slow down a little bit and reprioritize my life a little bit.
yeah, absolutely. Would you say that you've been smoking more since it's been legalized in Arizona?
Oh hell no, that made no
No.
difference. Me, it's always
Mhm.
been legal because I've always smoked as if it was. If
Mhm.
I'm outside,
Mhm.
I'm smoking. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So,
Mhm.
yeah, so
Yeah. Yeah.
nothing changed
Yeah.
with me.
Okay. All right. Oh, by the way, if you happen to know where I can get some seeds, you let me know, okay?
Yeah, sure will.
Mhm. So, how's your father? How's your relationship with your father going?
Oh, pretty well, pretty well. Yep, yep.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's my number one guy.
Mhm.
Mm,
Mhm. Mhm.
yep, yep.
Um, and things with the comedy world. I mean, oh well. Actually, I want to get back to when you weren't smoking the weed for. You said you took a break for like 3 days or something.
Yeah, yeah. And I haven't been smoking as much as I normally would. I probably smoke like two blunts a day now, 3 blunts, as opposed to
Okay.
7 or 8 or 9 or 10. It just depends. It's all depends.
Okay. When you took that break for 3 days, what was that like for you?
Oh, it was amazing. It also helped me to realize, well, not to realize, because I'm a substance abuse counselor, but weed is not an addictive thing. You know what I mean? You can stop it. You can. It's just something that you just. It's not like other drugs. You know.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't take anything for me to stop. It wasn't like I was doing anything different, occupying my time, so I, didn't feel the effect. I was just cool and I was good. I was good. It felt good not to smoke. It had felt good to turn down weed. Um, you know, put things back into perspective.
Did those moments for you slow down when someone offered and you're like, no, I'm good? Did it feel like you were in like a commercial or something?
Oh no, no, I wouldn't say so. It was they know how I roll. It wasn't like a peer pressure type dare commercial like, hey dude, you want to fly? I got something that'll really get you high. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like
So
a breakthrough
silly.
from the
So silly.
first. Yeah, so it was oh, you're not smoking? And I did hit it once because I told somebody I'm not smoking and they accidentally passed it to me just out of, with repetition, and then I put it up to my mouth and took a hit and was like, oh, I'm not supposed to be hitting this. So I mean, besides that, being used to it, it's been nothing. I think that I can really truly stop if I wanted to. And I probably
Mhm.
will. Yeah, I probably will for a little while at
Mm.
least.
I don't know why my camera keeps glitching. I'm so sorry about that, Lamar. I know you don't want to have a break from seeing my face, so I want to make sure you can see me real good. You see that? Okay,
Yeah.
good. All right. Um, would you say that you accomplished a lot when oh, there it goes again. Oh my. Oh my. Would you say that you accomplished a lot when you weren't smoking when during that 3-day break?
I wouldn't say that I accomplished anything more or less. I did have just a clear head, and that felt kind of good. So,
Okay. When that head was a little bit clearer, how were things going in, the relationship?
oh, it was cool. I don't think it was any change up. Sometimes they say the side effect of not smoking is irritability. I don't think I was acting any more or less irritable than I normally am. So, but
Mm.
that's just how I feel. I don't know how people might have received me. Like, man, you need to go smoke a blunt. You tripping.
You
Um,
don't really seem, I've never seen you irritable. What is a irritable Lamar like?
very quiet, more observant than the situation. Just kind of like not there because I'll check out on a person. because I don't, you know what I mean. If it's something that I don't uh like, for instance, you know what I mean. I don't necessarily take it out on anybody. I'm just quiet to myself, chilling, and
Mhm.
trying to bring myself back down. You know what I mean. So I don't think
Mhm.
it really affects people for the most part, unless you are the root cause of my irritability. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like, if you
Mm.
picking at me and doing stuff, yeah, that's a whole different story. But if I'm irritable because I'm coming off of smoking some weed, then nah, it ain't got nothing to do with you. I'm chilling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I totally understand. I feel, the stresses of being a parent too. And how many kids you have? Five?
I got four. Yeah, I
Oh,
got four.
okay. Yeah, that's cool. You got your hands full there. And you
Yeah, I
got a
give them.
lady.
You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? You hear? See how you put that? My kids are number one. But yeah. Anything else outside of that, then cool. But kids
Yeah.
come first.
Well, sounds like you got a lot of people that are number one. You got mama, you got papa, you got your four kids. So that's six people. And then you have this new girl in your life. I think, I think Lamar needs to be number one.
Exactly. You know what? And I have been putting myself first in a lot of situations now. And I would have to say that, kids is next in line.
Mm.
Comedy is third. Um, because those are the things that I had in place before any relationship or anything like that. So those things aren't going to slip up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The comedy
Hmm.
is 100% for me. My kids, you know what I mean? They are most important to me. And then, taking care of myself and my health and making sure I'm good. You know what I mean? That's what's number one to me. All those three facts. That's what's number one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I mean,
Yeah.
Lamar, you're just such a fine young gentleman. I feel like, you got it figured out. So you're aware. And I think because, you help other people with their problems. I mean, it's just so nice to talk to you and see how you're doing. And
Yeah.
I want to see where it goes with this young lady for you. I think that this might be a breakthrough for you. I mean, if you didn't have the commitment issues, is this the type of woman that you would, at least make a life partner? I mean, you don't have to, do the whole rings and paper and stuff. You could do the whole household domestic partnership thing.
Well, let's put it like this, because I'll never think I'll walk down that road again. But let's say this: she has very, very good qualities. She's caring. She takes care of family. She's very talented. Uh, Good personality. Smart. I mean, she hits all of the points that I think any guy would look for.
Mm-hmm.
She's a dope person. You know what I mean? And me, I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't want to ruin her. I wouldn't want to ruin her. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Ruin
It's just
her how? Because maybe she would enjoy it. I'm
yeah.
sorry, that was inappropriate. uh, um, well, I don't think you should think about your future from your past. I think we make that mistake a lot, like especially in love and dating, because it's like, oh, I've always had this happen, or all the relationships in the past have failed. Of course, all the relationships in the past have failed. That's why they're past relationships. It doesn't mean that
Exactly.
the next one's going to be the same. And what I've seen in my life with men is usually, their second marriage, sometimes the third marriage, ends up being the best relationship in their life because they're finding success through their failures, just like with the comedy bit. So, think of this new girl as the new opportunity to really tune up and polish that comedy bit. No pun intended on the polish. But So this could be the best relationship that you'll ever have in your life. And then you'll be like, you know what? I do want to tie the knot again, or I do want to make this my domestic partnership, blah, whatever it is you black men say. Y'all never want to get married. You just want to have your cake and eat it too. And that's okay. That's okay. That's what you want. But I'm just saying, Lamar, don't let the past dictate how this relationship is going to turn out, and don't let the past put fear in how this relationship is going to play out. You get what I'm
Oh, I
saying?
don't. No, I agree. I agree, but I'll probably never find that out. I'm just not into it. You know what I mean? I'm just not into it. I did it.
Just go
I'm
with
like,
the
hey,
flow.
exactly, exactly. I'll try not anything, but a lot of things once. I tried marriage. It was what it was. I can say that I experienced it. I mean, there was some good
Hmm.
things, there was some bad things, but at the end of the day, I can't say anything bad about that. So it's not the past relationship. It's just me valuing me as a person, my time. I ain't gonna be here forever. I don't even want when you fall in love with somebody, at the end of the day, you're going to grieve for them in some type of way, whether you break up with them, whether they pass away. I don't even want all of that. Mm-mm. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I got to worry about other people in my life that, about those things. So I'm cool. I'm cool with just being, doing what I'm doing. No commitment, just marching to my own beat, allowing that person to continue to do whatever they were doing before me, whatever your love was, whatever your passion was. If you was the type of person that went out and did things with your friends, do not stop that on account of me. You know what I
Mm.
mean? You need to
Hmm.
continue to do the things you're doing um, before me because I'm a flaky person. I love to do things with people. I commit to things, and then it don't
I
happen.
don't. I don't think you're a
So
flaky person.
I can be. I can be for a lot of situations. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I wouldn't say, if I commit to something comedy wise, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to follow through with that. So you see a lot of that. You know what I mean? I follow through on all of my comedy commitments because
Hmm.
that's my thing. So I rarely cancel
It's
shows.
usually a late follow through, but you follow through.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But as far as like with people, yeah, you can present something to me. It sounds great at the moment,
Mm.
but I might be tired when it comes to that point. You know what I mean? When it comes to following through on it. So, that's just how I am.
Mm. Yeah. Well, I think we should have another session. I would say, I don't know, maybe in the summertime because I know hot girl summer's coming up, and now I guess
Oh
white
yeah.
summer's coming up too. So, I'm curious on how Lamar is going to be feeling when the summertime comes around, and the ladies start wearing less clothes. You
Ooh,
know,
yeah.
if
That's what I was saying.
if you're still going, don't get too excited now. If you're still going to
Right?
be,
Did you?
you know,
I'm about to get buff right now because I'm about to have a hot boy summer.
I
Well, it's
know.
gonna be
I'm working on
it's gonna be a
slimming
little
this
warm.
waist and getting this booty fatter. You know what I'm saying, Lamar? We can go to the beach together.
Let's do it. Let's
I mean,
do it.
I,
They got a
I,
beach out here called Black's Beach we can go to. Show off our bodies.
mhm, going on with my camera. It's almost like the universe is trying to keep us apart from getting so
Right?
much trouble. Alrighty. So Lamar, you have a really exciting show happening soon. Is that right?
That is correct. That is correct. I'll be on the funniest person with a day job next Tuesday, 420. For all the weed smokers, come in the building high because we are about to be crazy. It's about to be super funny. I know a couple people on the show are amazing comics, so we're gonna have a lot of fun. So come celebrate 420 with us. It's the 50th anniversary of 420. So let's get not in the club, but let's get high outside in our cars and come in and laugh.
That sounds amazing. What day is 420? Is
Tuesday.
that that's a Tuesday?
It's
Ooh,
going up on a Tuesday.
ooh, I might have to come out for that and find some
Please
Mary
do.
Jane as well. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, Lamar, for again
Thank
trusting
you.
me. I love talking to you. And we'll
Thank you.
definitely be in touch. And yeah, let's get together soon. And
Okay.
thank you, for being my first guest for our first show back, starting season 4. We will be here every Sunday, 9:30, with lots of guests coming your way. And yeah, we will see you guys soon.
So I love meeting with Lexi and being able to, channel my inner thoughts and get them out. She's amazing with listening and guiding the comedians through whatever they're going through. She's real. She's authentic. Man, make sure that you guys are tuning in or trying to get on the show if you're a comedian because she will help us out dearly. Life coach and comedian with Lamar Mitchell Jr.